Hi, people. I'm back in a long time, but there's not been anything going on much till just recently. I took a trip to Tennessee. We was down there between the 14th and the 15th. Not much happened. They were down there with me, but they weren't the same foots. And the only response I got out of them was they set the alarm off in my car, which they've done this in Columbus too. One day I was working in the yard, and all of a sudden, I've been hearing them. I'd been hearing them in my head, and then all of a sudden, my alarm in my car and the car next to it, neighbor's car, all the alarms went off. None of them set, but they were all went off. The foots do this, so I didn't pay much attention to it. So when we went down to Tennessee, we was at Tennessee between the 14th and the 19th, I think it was, and that was 14th, 19th of June. And while we were down there, we could hear the foots. Me and Sharon could both hear the foots real well. They were in the woods. They were around. We knew it. And everything was really uneventful. There wasn't much happening at all. And then all of a sudden, the rental car we had wasn't even locked up. But all of a sudden, all the alarms went off and the doors went locked and all that crazy stuff. This is what they do. I don't know how they do it, but they do these things. But anyway, it was pretty much uneventful. And then we're back here at my property, and I've been rigging up, trying to re-rig my cameras because I had a camera that went down. It was up on a tall pole, which I eliminated now, but the camera went bad, so we just took it down. I used another camera in another spot to make up for it. But anyway, in the process of doing the camera, I'm watching my monitor. I'm watching one of my other cameras and stuff, and the motion detector kicked on one of my cameras, and there was a shadow went across it. That shadow, Sharon was sitting in the kitchen. In the shadow, she could see it go across the kitchen windows. Something was going by, so the foots were here, which we knew they were here because we could hear them when we got down here, but they don't always give us anything. But we did get the shadow, and it did kick off my camera, so I'm readjusting that, and I got my cameras all done for now. That's basically to keep people from catching people up here on my property, but originally it was trying to find the foots when I already got a relationship with them, but that just don't work. They don't get in front of a camera, which I've made it clear to them it's not for their benefit, it's for the fact of people being up here. And we had, since we've been here, we've had some sounds out in the woods. But we have big lulls like this sometimes when there's nothing goes on. So we're back into the fact of we got some of them in the woods. Then we got the shadows going across stuff here. My little dog, he takes a notion where he won't come out. He won't come off the porch. He just comes out and stops because he knows something's there. They see things that we don't. He knows things are here, so he just avoids it. Anyway, on our way down to Tennessee, we stopped in Kentucky at a Comfort Inn, I believe it was, and we liked it real well. We didn't want to drive in the dark, so we didn't go any far. We just stopped there and got a motel and relaxed. Then we went on down to Tennessee, and we was trying to avoid Louisville and the problems in Louisville with the riots and stuff. We're just kind of ignorant. But anyway, on the way back, we stopped back at the same motel, and when I was up there at the hotel the first time, I talked to this little girl and worked there. I think her name was Kathy. She was telling me about a organization out there that has classes for Bigfoot somewhere around, I think it's Bedford, around LaGrange, Kentucky, and there's a place called Bedford around there. And somewhere in Bedford, I think it is, they have maybe once or twice a year things, I don't know, but they have classes about Bigfoot. I've been trying to look into it, and I haven't been able to find anything yet, but I'm digging into it. And that was quite interesting, so that was worth the second stay at the motel to find that out. And like I say, we had pretty much uneventful trip. You know, I didn't get to talk to any of them. I just the same one. It wasn't the same Foots that was there when I was there before. They do change around. They're still watching me. They're still around. I'm surprised. We've seen a lot of indications of them this weekend with the shadows and other stuff. They're not the same ones. They're changing up on me all the time. We know their personalities. They're not the same ones. We have them, and that's it. But anyway, it's been pretty good. You know, I'll probably go for a while, maybe a little bit later in the summer or something. You know, they might show more up. I don't know. But right now it's been pretty uneventful. I still hear them. Like I go to my shop or something, I still hear them. I know they're there. They let me know they're there, but they have the rules to go by. So this is what I've got with them. And I just about pretty much it. I wish I could tell you more. I like to report with you more. I was going to have my son. He dealt with them years ago as a little boy, and I was going to have him do a video, but he can't be here today, and I have to leave today, so it's not working out real good as far as timing's concerned. But I will get him on here. He's offered to get in here and tell a story what he went through as a little kid with him and his cousin. But hopefully I can get Sharon on here to talk to you. I'm working on that, trying to get her to get on the video, and she can tell you more things than I can probably about some of this stuff. So I don't know. This is probably going to be a short video. Like I say, I don't have that much for you. They're still around. I'm still dealing with them. It's just slow. What's some other things I want to bring up? Oh boy, I'm getting brain lock on you. Something else. I don't know. I'll think of it. It'll all come to me. I'll get back with you on the next video. But next video I should be able to, if I'm lucky, I'll be able to have my son on it. I mean, he's grown up now, but when he was a little boy, he can tell you what happened when he was a little boy. And it's kind of cute. It's really funny, actually, but it was we know which one it was. It was one played a prank on him. It was the one we called Fuzzy. He was a jokester. And my son will have to tell you the story. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But I'm sorry it takes so long, but everything gets kind of uneventful. I mean, I hear them at the shop. You've heard that before, and I don't know what else is there to tell you about them. They're just, I hate repeating things that I've said before. Just so many different things have happened. I sit down and get in front of this camera, I get brain lock. I don't understand it. But anyway, I'll try to get my son on here as soon as I can for the next video, if I can get him on here. If I get hooked up with him, we have a logistics problem. He lives in Zanesville. I live in Columbus. We meet here at my property, but not everybody's available at the same time. So anyhow, I'm glad to. Oh, one thing I wanted to say. This has nothing to do with the Bigfoot. This virus thing that's going around, I've heard people talk different things about it. And one thing was said about that the sunlight will kill it or whatever. And I will tell you an incident I had years ago. I had an eye infection in my eyes to where I could touch a napkin on my eyes and get blood off of my whites of my eyes were nothing but blood. I went to the doctor's. Doctor gave me a pile, about, I don't know, a pile of 12 to 15 different eye drops that I had tried to get rid of this and would not kill it. I had a construction company at the time, and I had a partner. And I had him, I couldn't do anything. I was welding and I couldn't see to weld. And I had my partner take me out in the truck because I remembered as a kid, I remember hearing about germs like moist, dark places. So I had my partner take me out in the truck. I stuck my head out the window in the wind. And I pried my eyes open and looked in the sun as he was driving. And I did that for quite a while. It's one I didn't burn my eyes out, but I did that for quite a while. And with a matter of a few days, my eyes cleared up. So the wind and the sun took the infection, a virus, whatever it was I had in my eye, took it out and cleared it up. The doctors couldn't come up with anything. These bottles, like I say, I had about a dozen or more eye drops. Them little tiny bottles about that big. Different ones all the time, and nothing worked. Just continually had red eyes with blood. You could get blood with a napkin right off my eyeball. But that sunlight and that wind cleared my eyes up. So I don't know what it's got to do with a virus, but I've heard talk about it, and that's what I do know. That's what happened to me. It wasn't I'm not saying it had anything to do with this coronavirus or anything, but excuse me, that which I have had, by the way. I was in the hospital Christmas Day with that, but I got over it. I was expected to have it anyway. I'll be 72 in December, and that's the age that it hits. It got me. I had a real bad cough, really bad, and got dehydrated, had to get rehydrated and all that. But physically, I'm in really pretty good shape. I've kept myself in good shape. I went through cancer, and I beat the cancer down, and went through all that, and I've all come out pretty good in the end. So anyway, all I'm saying is pay attention to what they say on what's going on with this virus. Do your mask if that's what you want to do. I never have, but you can do your mask or whatever you want to do. But I hope everybody's all right. I hope all this craziness stops. And, like I say, I try to get back with you, and hopefully everything's all right where we can get back together. If anything's going on, you're liable to lose the internet any day. You never know. But hopefully everything's going to work out. It'll be fine. I'm sure the Foots are going to be fine. I'm thinking they know everything that goes on, and I'm really thinking I haven't heard from them because of all the chaos that's going on around the country. I really think that's affected my relationship, not my relationship, but my contact with them. And I think they're laying low from all the craziness. Now, this is the 4th of July weekend, and they have never been around on 4th of July weekend. All the fireworks and everything else, they pretty much will stay hidden, which I can understand. So, anyway, I'm off here. I thank you much for watching. Subscribe, do whatever you want to do. I mean, I need all the viewers I can get. I'm trying to get this word out. They're my friends. They're not bad. As far as I know, they're not bad, as long as you're not bad to them. And I'm trying to work something out with that. So I'm off here for now. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. And sorry about the holdup, but there's just I can only tell you so much of what's going on as it goes on. So you'll hear from me again as soon as something goes on, and I'll try to get my son to get on the video, and I'll try to get Sharon to get on the video. She can tell you quite a bit. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And punch all the right buttons, the likes, the subscribe and all that. And I appreciate it. Thank you very much.